Ladies and gentlemen, we're live. Welcome, everyone. Here I am. Just a screen there. Hello, everybody. So, this is actually this is gonna be our last voiceover stream for a little bit. Because, for those who don't know, I auditioned for a haunted house, and I'm going to be acting in that haunted house. So, for the month of October, I'm going to be putting the voiceover project on hold because I need to, preserve my voice. And this haunted house business is apparently pretty rough on the voice. So it's not going to be in shape for these throughout October. So this is going to be put on hold. I'm not abandoning it. I'll probably, after this stream, the next one of these Titanfall voiceover streams will probably be like on November 8th or something. But to replace them, I'm going to be writing some SCP articles that I've had in my notes for a while. Figure October's a good time as any to do that. But I think that's all the housekeeping that I need to mention. So let's get into the actual recording. So boop. Pull up chat. Reaper, make sure you can see all of that. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Where did we leave off? I need to get my notes pulled up where all my lines are written. If you're new here and you're unfamiliar with the project is, I went ahead and wrote down, or you can find the detailed information in the about section below the stream. But basically, it's a Titanfall 2 fan project. I sort of came up with my own Titan OS. And we're recording the lines that would play if it was integrated into the game. I forgot that I actually wrote them down here. I have a separate notes file, like notes text file, that I wrote these down on because I had forgotten to write them before starting the project. I had to write these during a stream. Oops. I'm getting my windows confused. There we go. Okay. Everything is good to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Need to find my place. So what I want to do is listen to what we have. so I can sort of get the voice back in my head. I like that one a lot. Auto Titan Online. You can't hear. Uh. That's odd. Wait a second. Let me check something. I wonder why that is. I have. Also, welcome to the chat, Cap. Hmm. Let me try restarting. Okay. Dang it. I clicked on the wrong thing. Is this... No, it's not working. Why? I can hear you very well. Like a lot better than usual. That's good. Silver linings, I suppose. Oh, wait a second. Hold on, I'll be back. I forgot to plug in my laptop. I forgot to plug it into the power source. Just a sec. Now, I don't expect that to have fixed anything. I just didn't realize I didn't have that plugged in. I wonder what the issue here is. Maybe it's, maybe I need to update Reaper. I think it was telling me that I needed to update earlier. but I ignored it to like do later after the stream. So let me go ahead and update that. I'm gonna sit down here. What I'm gonna do is check for new versions of Reaper. Go ahead and install this right quick. So what's new, chat? How are we? I myself am doing quite all right. You think 4 is a pretty good number? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Oh, it's still running. Okay, so here's the thing, chat. I'm going to need to close Reaper for a second in order to install the update, which means you won't be able to hear me. So, just a heads up. Unless, yeah, no, I don't think you can hear me. I agree. Next. Yes. Hello? Have we returned? What are you watching a stream from the future, Cap? What are you talking about? Okay. Let's see if this works. Dang it. Y'all can't hear that, can you? Why does this have to happen? Why do I have to prepare for streams? Hold on. The headphones mic trick? That blows. I hate that, but we might have to do that. Yeah, when it was asking me to install the update, it said they had an error opening reroute.dll, which is the extension that I was using in order for you to be able to hear the output. So that sucks. I guess I need to reinstall that. Dang. Yeah, I suppose for next time. I'll need to fix that. And I don't think you were here when I mentioned it, Cap, that the next time we're doing Titanfall project is probably around November 8th. Because October, I need to save my voice for the haunted house. So I was really hoping that this last voiceover stream for a while was going to run smoothly, but I guess not. Oh well, I guess. Okay, we're going back to the archaic headphones trick, and you'll see what I mean by that. What's the next line? Auto mode on, tell your friends. Our gun has a vacancy. Oh, okay, so we need to record a first half. First half is auto mode on. 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 Okay, so what is that? Here's the headphone trick. Auto mode on. Auto mode on. Auto mode on? Whoa. No, that might not be a good delivery. Oh, right. Hold on. Auto mode 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 on. Could you hear that, chat? Did that work? 4, 5, 6. We'll see. Let's remove this. I want to split and then split, split again. One, two, three. So this is 2, 3, and 6. Right. Auto mode on. 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 3. 3 definitely has the best projection. Yeah, I think we'll go with 3 on this one. We'll trim it down. Make it nice and slim. Yeah, we like that. Three ballin'. Warhorse will never be ballin'. Okay, now we have second halves. Tell our friends our gun has a vacancy. Auto mode on. Tell our friends our gun has a vacancy. 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 Okay. Tell our friends our gun has a vacancy. 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 One and 3. I'd like to consider 1, 3, and 5 here. Tell our friends our gun has a vacancy. 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 So I deleted the first one because the way I say our wasn't consistent within the same line. Which is, of course, very odd. So, these two candidates are pretty good. So let's pair these up with the first half. As is standard practice. I know you can't hear this, but I'm making sure that the spacing is right. Good. There's a breathing sound in here somewhere. Wait a second. The heck? There we go. I don't know why that lasted so long. Quote of the day. Simulated robot breathing has merit. We'll put that on a t-shirt. Why is this one so much more difficult? Okay, now I'll let you guys listen to it, so you can decide for yourselves. Auto mode on. Tell our friends our gun has a vacancy. Auto mode on. Tell our friends our gun has a vacancy. Auto mode on. Tell our friends our gun has a vacancy. Auto mode on. Tell our friends our gun has a vacancy. One, you say? Yeah, I was thinking one. The delivery on two, it like starts strong, but it sort of peters out at the end. And I kind of don't like how that sounds. And the way I stress friends in number two, it sort of sounds like a little sarcastic, like as if he's talking about the enemies in a sarcastic way, you know? Like, tell our friends our gun has a vacancy, rather than actually telling you to find your actual allies and friends. So, this is our wiener. Our wiener. We'll keep this, because we need it. And we're at our last disembark. Don't worry about us, pilot. 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 Don't you worry about us, pilot. Don't you worry about us, pilot. Don't you worry about us, pilot. I decided to change up the line there at the end because I don't know. I felt like it could use that, but we'll see which one we like the most. No. Okay. I wish I could just keep it open. You know, like it'd stay like this. Can I do that? That'd be a little loud. Never mind. That was a really bad idea. I'm glad I didn't do that. My allies are not my friends. They're wood for the chipper, fodder for the cannon. Yikes. That's some Section 8 material right there. Does this... Tell me if this works, if you can hear this right.
Don't worry about us, pilot.
Wait. I kind of forgot that I needed to listen to it at the same time. So, oops on that one.
Don't worry about us, pilot. 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 Don't you worry about us, pilot. Don't you worry about us, pilot. Don't you worry about us, pilot.
Okay. A little complex here. Got some Swiss cheese going on. You're making these decisions rather fast. Could it be that you're using my patented checkmark X method? Intelligent man. One. You know what? You're consistently, though, like, matching the takes that I prefer. I don't know how you're doing that. Maybe it's just more obvious than I think it is. Which ones are better than others? But I mean, we have had disagreements. So, I don't know. I just think that's interesting. Before I even said anything, like, you picked out 1, 4, and 6. I also have 2 in here, but still, neato.
Don't worry about us, pilot. Don't worry about us, pilot. Don't worry about us, pilot. Don't you worry about us, pilot.
I kind of think 4, because I wrote it, like, that's not the original line, but I like the "don't you worry about us" pilot more than "don't worry about us" pilot. I don't know. "Don't worry about us" just sounds too short. It sounds too, like, curt, you know? The "you" in there really adds a lot of flavor, I think. So I definitely want to keep this one.
Don't worry about us, pilot. Don't worry about us, pilot. Don't worry about us, pilot.
I'm not going to delete these quite yet, though, because we still need to hear what it sounds like with the first half. Because sometimes when you put the first half onto the second one, it just doesn't sound right at all. I'm trying to, keep it in mind when I record these, but, no one's perfect.
Auto mode on. Don't you worry about us, pilot.
acceptable. I am worried that I'm losing the accent a little bit. Although I don't know if. Well, that's another reason I liked the adding the U to the line, because it sort of still implies Southern dialect without having to have the accent necessarily. Because sometimes there just isn't opportunity to put accent in a line without it sounding like overboard. Sounded somewhere between Cash Money and Yas Queen. Why do you have to say things the way that you do? Like, I mean, not, I'm not upset. I'm not upset. It's just, I don't understand what you mean most of the time. Like, half the things you say. Um, the next line. The next line is, doomed eject recommendation. I'm not reading that. Doomed eject recommendation, which is basically when you get doomed and then you get to low enough health, and then your Titan is like, you're doomed. Please eject. I suggest you eject before you blow up. And there's only one line in this category. But before we do that, I'm gonna take a quick break. BRB. Hello? I'm back. Sorry, I'm just reading chat right now. Are you talking to yourself? This is just sad. Sorry. Just wanted to get myself a little snack. I didn't eat dinner today. Had to do my work in the morning and then like do an extra building later in the afternoon once they closed. So I didn't really get much chance to eat dinner between that and the stream. But that's fine. I got my fruit snacks. I got my water. Life is good. Okay, so damage irreparable. Let's just break the basic rules. I'm sorry, okay? I hunger. Of all the things that I could snack on, I'd say a fruit snack is probably the least least transgressive. Is that a word? Is that the proper use of the word? I don't know. I already feel like my voice is like kind of wonky today anyway, but I'm making it work. I stayed up probably far too late last night watching The Martian, which is a great movie, by the way. I think that might have had an effect somehow. Okay, but enough of that. Now for the now. Damage irreparable. The word is irreparable, but is it pronounced irreparable or irreparable? I think it's pronounced irreparable. I'll do it that way. Damage irreparable. Pilot, please eject. 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 Are you British or American? American? Warhorse is technically not, does not have a nationality, but, you know, it's an American accent. A Southern American.
Damage irreparable.
What, does it sound British or something? Surely not.
Damage irreparable. Pilot, please eject. 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 Damage irreparable. Pilot, please eject.
I'm gonna say first and last are worth looking at, but nothing else. Makes it simple.
Damage irreparable. Pilot, please eject. 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 Damage irreparable. Pilot, please eject.
Suck nuts. They both suck. You're really gonna say that directly to me on my own stream? How rude. If I had mods, they'd tell you that you're a poopy head. That's what they do. I think this is gonna be another case of splicing and dicing.
Damage irreparable. Pilot, please eject. Damage irreparable. Pilot, please eject. Damage irreparable. Pilot, please eject. Damage irreparable. Pilot, please eject.
You hate that pronunciation? I'm very certain that's how you pronounce irreparable. That's how I've heard it said. Because it's not spelled like you spelt it, irreparable. It's spelled like IRREPARA. Wait. IRREPARABLE. Like irreparable. Like a parable isn't a story. I don't know why the spelling changes. It's just one of those weird English things. But yeah, I'm fairly certain it's irreparable. So here's what I mean by split, right? I like the beginning half of this one. But I like the ending half of this one. So, best of both worlds. Yabba dabba doozy. Texans don't pronounce words correctly. That's what they pride themselves on. I'm a Texan, okay? I pronounce things right. That was ironic. You didn't have to add that last part either. Please don't call me senpai. Please and thank you.
Damage irreparable. Pilot, please eject. Damage irreparable. Pilot, please eject.
Shorten that just a smidgen, just a hair.
Damage irreparable. Pilot, please eject.
Here's what this sounds like. The first half of the first one and the second half of the second one.
Damage irreparable. Pilot, please eject.
I think those sound pretty natural together.
Pilot, please eject.
Oops.
Pilot, please eject. Pilot, please eject. Damage irreparable. Pilot, please eject.
And it's better than dog water. That's what you hope for, you know? That's like, that's the dream. I guess.
Damage irreparable. Pilot, please eject.
Dasani? I'll be honest with you. I couldn't tell you the difference between one bottle of water and the other. I just know that some bottles are bigger than other bottles. Like if you ask me to make a water tier list, I couldn't do it because I just don't care enough. Am I gonna have to put like a blacklist of words that you can't say in chat? I'm pretty sure I can do that. No one gets to say baka. No one gets to say senpai. And especially no one gets to say suck nuts. That's an order. You can't say you? I didn't say that. You're making things up again. Next up on the list is Doomed. So it's funny that this is so far down because a lot of line categories beforehand reference the doomed state. Or do they? Actually, no. I'm just talking to my butt there. Talking out of my butt. This is the... Other than Doomed Eject, this is the first time it's actually referenced the Doom State. My bad. But this is basically when you take so much damage that, well, you're basically dead. If you take like a few more hits, then you're gonna blow up. So this first one is, we're more than a bit dinged up, pilot. Be careful. We're more than a bit dinged up, pilot. Be careful. We're more than a bit dinged up, pilot. Be careful. We're more than a bit dinged up, pilot. Be careful. We're more than a bit dinged up, pilot. Be careful. We're more than a bit dinged up, pilot. Be careful. I had an idea. I'm gonna throw the bottle away anyway. So, put the fruit snack wrapper in the bottle. Brilliant. Okay. Why do I keep saving these? Oh, you know what? The other day, I actually got to play Titanfall 2. Like, it worked. So, that's good. I mean, not in a row. Like, we'd play a match and then I'd get kicked out of the multiplayer lobby. But during a game, we didn't get DDoSed. So, that's progress, right?
We're more than a bit than a bit dinged up, pilot. Be careful. We're more than a bit dinged up, pilot. Be careful. We're more than a bit dinged up, pilot. Be careful.
We're going to do the classic Alpha Omega maneuver. Bloop. Consider.
We're more than a bit dinged up, pilot. Be careful. We're more than a bit dinged up, pilot. Be careful. We're more than a bit dinged up, pilot. Be careful.
I was considering doing another like split, like another like a shuffle, the slice and dice special. But I've decided that this one is just like both parts are just better. It really does it for me, you know. What? What's next? They've exposed our reactor. Yeah, see, that's something that Titans mention as well when you're doomed. Is that like your reactor becomes exposed? But I don't think there's actually a visual change in your Titan when that happens. I've never personally noticed it. Maybe it has something to do with the weak spot, but like the weak spot of a Titan is always like the cockpit. And the reactor isn't in the cockpit because you're in the cockpit. So, I don't know, beats me. Point is, they've exposed our reactor. They've exposed our reactor. Dang it. Can you hear that? Captain, don't send me messages while I'm doing takes. The take is ruined! Whatever, it wasn't very good anyway. You know what? Probably best if I, silence that. They've exposed our reactor. 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 That's a silly pair of words to say. Our reactor. Our reactor.
They've exposed our reactor. They've exposed our reactor. They've exposed our reactor. They've exposed our reactor. They've exposed our reactor. They've exposed our reactor. They've exposed our reactor.
It just sounds so weird. Our reactor. They've exposed our reactor. just doesn't sound right. Shave off 2 here. Get rid of this guy. Split. Get rid of you. These are our candidates.
They've exposed our reactor. They've exposed our reactor. They've exposed our reactor. They've exposed our reactor.
To borrow a phrase, I think both of these suck a little nuts. So we'll do some re-recordings. They've exposed our reactor. 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 I just can't get the word reactor to sound right. Reactor. It ends up sounding like a pirate, like reactor. Our reactor.
They've exposed our reactor. They've exposed our reactor.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with one of these. Pirates are cool, but we're not a pirate. That's the rub. We're not pirate. We're cowboy.
They've exposed our reactor. They've exposed our reactor.
I think I'm gonna go with 2. Just has a better sense of urgency. I think the delivery is on par with 1 anyway. Oh, save, and then save again, just to be safe. Gonna take a bit of a break here to get some air out, sit down. I'm really glad I decided to invest in carpet for this room as well. It was a little difficult finding one that's the right size, but definitely worth it. Because I record barefoot. I don't know if that's like TMI or something. But yeah, because like having shoes on would just be annoying. Because I like to be as comfortable as possible when I'm recording. So having carpet instead of like this on the floor is very good. I believe I got this carpet from, like, I went to a carpet store and they had extra lengths of carpet in the back, and they just let me cut off like from this huge roll that they had to spare, and fit like a glove in the room, which is great. I never looked back. I was also the one and only time I went to that building. I don't know how they're in business. Very small place. I guess it's like a flooring area. Their location is also quite odd. It's like right next to the middle school. Very strange. Ugh. All right. Enough chit chat. Let's get this bread. Reactor's vulnerable. Watch it or it's lights out. 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 I think a number of these sounded a little too confrontational for my taste. But I like these two, I think. Reactor's vulnerable. Watch it or it's lights out. 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 Wait. I don't need to hear it again. Wait, do I need to hear it again?
Reactor's vulnerable. Watch it, or it's lights out. Reactor's vulnerable. Watch it, or it's lights out.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just re-record those. Let's think. Reactor's vulnerable. Watch it or it's lights out. Maybe I'm rethinking the line itself. Maybe instead of watch it or it's lights out, we try reactor's vulnerable. Watch it or we're through. I think I like that a little better. Let's try it. Reactor's vulnerable. Watch it or we're through. 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 Reactor's vulnerable. Watch it or we're through.
Reactor's vulnerable. Watch it, or we're through. Reactor's vulnerable. Watch it, or we're through. Reactor's vulnerable. Watch it, or we're through. Reactor's vulnerable. Watch it, or we're through. Reactor's vulnerable. Watch it, or we're through. Reactor's vulnerable. Watch it, or we're through. Reactor's vulnerable. Watch it, or we're through.
Okay. I feel a little bit better about these. Swoosh. Take these. Take this. The two in the middle.
Reactor's vulnerable. Watch it, or we're through. Reactor's vulnerable. Watch it, or we're through. Reactor's vulnerable. Watch it, or it's lights out. Reactor's vulnerable. Reactor's vulnerable. Watch it, or it's lights out. Reactor's vulnerable. Watch it, or we're through. Reactor's vulnerable. Watch it, or we're through.
Hmm.
Reactor's vulnerable. Watch it, or we're through. Watch it, or we're through.
Might do another combo here.
Reactor's vulnerable. Watch it, or it's lights out. Reactor's vulnerable.
I like
Reactor's vulnerable.
that reactor's vulnerable take.
Watch it. Reactor's vulnerable.
But I like the watch it or we're through of this one. Or maybe this one instead.
Watch it or we're through. Watch it or we're through.
Yeah, definitely this one.
Watch it. Reactor's vulnerable. Watch it or we're through.
Oh, perfect spacing. First time. Where is the reactor on the Warhorse? Good question. Probably. Well, it wouldn't be in the gun. That'd be a little That'd be a little bit of a bad thing. I'd be guessing like probably like the midsection, maybe like the torso. Actually, I forget what the I forget exactly what the silhouette looks like. In that mock-up image I made. Pretty sure it has like a sort of short torso. Maybe that's where it is. I don't know. I mean, I'm not an engineer or anything. It would make the most sense if the reactor was somewhere in the back, though, right? So that it's not getting shot at.
Reactor's vulnerable. Watch it or we're through.
Like below the cockpit. Yeah, maybe. It might work like that. That's a decent enough headcanon for me.
Be careful. They've exposed our reactor. Reactor's vulnerable. Watch it or we're through.
Next up, they have a shot on our reactor. Our reactor again. Why do I make myself say this? How about they have a shot at the reactor instead? They have a shot at the reactor. Whoa! They have a shot at our reactor. They have a shot at the 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 reactor. They have a shot at the. They have a shot. They have a shot at the reactor. They have a shot at the reactor. They have a shot at the reactor.
They have a shot at the reactor. They have a shot at the reactor.
Shot.
They have a shot at the reactor. They have a shot at the reactor. They have a shot at the. They have a shot.
No.
They have a shot at the reactor. They have a shot at the reactor. They have a shot at the reactor.
They have a shot. They 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 5. Don't you dare put 5 on there. Yeah, right. Captain, I'm beginning to think that maybe you're an unreliable narrator. Don't quote me on that, though. This one. I need to remember urgency and enunciation. What? Maybe it sounds a little excited for a robot, but let's just say it has merit, you know? All right, I'm going to go ahead and take another break. I'll be right back, though. I'm back. I thought I heard a wasp flying around my room. I couldn't find anything, though. I didn't hear it again. So, it's possible that I was imagining things, which is a little concerning. Anyway, we're back. We're hanging in there. Barely. Stay on your toes. We're hanging in there. Barely. Stay on your toes. We're hanging in there. Barely. Stay on your toes. We're hanging in there. Barely. Stay on your toes. We're hanging in there. Barely. Stay on your toes. We're hanging in there. Barely. Stay on your toes. We're hanging in there. Barely. Stay on your toes. We're hanging in there. Barely. Stay on your toes. We're hanging in there. Barely. Stay on your toes. We're hanging in there. Barely. Stay on your toes. We're hanging in there. Barely. Stay on your toes. We're hanging in there. Barely. Stay on your toes. Uh, 146. Yeah, try 3. Try 3 instead. I think this just is pronounced the best. We're hanging in there. We're hanging in there. Barely. Stay on your toes. 3 sucks. Did you censor yourself? Haven't made that blacklist yet, you know. We're hanging in there. Barely. Stay on your toes. What does 1 sound like? We're hanging in there. Barely. Stay on your toes. We're hanging in there. No, it's got that weird squeaking that I keep hearing. There it is. The director's cut. Good. Good. Just 2 more left in this category. Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck. Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck. Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck. Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck. Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck. I think it should be important to note that I am unable to pick up on the more slight noises, as I am getting the audio through your dank headset. The BM just keeps coming. It just keeps rolling in. You're lucky you're the only one talking in my chat room. Or you'd be long gone by now.
Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck. Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck. Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck. Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck. Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck. Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck. Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck. Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck. Don't press your luck.
What?
Still in the fight. Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck. Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck.
What?
Still in the fight. Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck. Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck.
I'm gonna take 1, 4, and 5 on this one.
Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck.
It's just 3 feels a little weak. It kind of slips on the enunciation at the beginning there.
Still in the fight by a shoestring.
By what I can hear. And I think 4 is basically just an upgrade of 3. Hey, listen, I hear you out. But, I'm just telling you what I hear and what I think ultimately. I mean, ultimately, this is my project, If I end up picking one, if yours ends up being better than what I pick, then I guess that's on me, right? You can live with the satisfaction of knowing that you were right all along.
Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck. Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck. Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck. Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck. Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck. Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck.
Stop the presses. Delete number 2.
Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck. Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck. Don't press your luck. Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your
I'm trying to decide if I like this. Don't press your luck.
Don't press your luck. Don't press your luck. Don't press your luck.
Or that one. Like the bum 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 or bum 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 bum. You know. I don't know what to call that. More spaced out delivery or not? I'm not sure which one I want to go with.
Don't press your luck. Don't press your luck. Don't press your luck. In the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck. Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck. Don't press your luck.
I think ultimately this one is better delivered. I think it would pair well with the start of this one. And I think the shorter delivery is a little more appropriate for the circumstances. I apologize, chat. I'm a little tired right now. As previously mentioned, I stayed up far too late watching The Martian. So I didn't get as much sleep as I normally do.
Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck.
I think it was worth it though. It was a good movie.
Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck. Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck.
Yeah, you'd think it'd be kind of boring, right? But you think it'd be kind of boring? It's just a guy on Mars or a guy surviving on Mars, but they really cleverly find more ways to like up the stakes and the tension. And like it's a surprisingly like riveting survival story. Very cool. See, I want to say that I like Danny DeVito, but I couldn't tell you like what roles he's been in other than that guy from that one sitcom and the dude in Dumbo. I don't really know what else he's in. I mean, he's pretty funny. He's got that DeVito charm, but I wouldn't say I'm nearly as versed in Danny DeVito lore as you are.
Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck.
I think that ended up being pretty good. Now, I feel like I should stress that all this splicing and gluing is not something that I'd feel comfortable doing for like an audition, obviously. Because then that would feel a little like cheating. But in this case, Since this is just a personal project and I want the best takes that I can get. I don't really feel guilty about it. Merging? No, it's definitely gluing. I took this really weird nap earlier today too. Before I left to clean that building in the afternoon. Like, I don't know if it was just I was like really tired or I had a big lunch or something. I don't know. But I was just like, I was watching some Team Fortress 2 competitive matches, and I was just out. But not because of the matches, because competitive TF2 is a very exciting esport. And it is certainly underrated. Okay, last one. Pull on those bootstraps, pilot. We're not out of it yet. Pull on those bootstraps, pilot. We're not out of it yet. Pull on those bootstraps, pilot. We're not out of it yet. Pull on those bootstraps, pilot. We're not out of it yet. Pull on those bootstraps, pilot. We're not out of it yet. Pull on those bootstraps, pilot. We're not out of it yet. I've been there. Watched some beaver building game on YouTube and knocked out. Woke up to Ariana Grande. Yeah. Of course, I've never had that happen to me where it's like I fall asleep and then like autoplay has happened a few times. Because usually when the video ends, that wakes me up. It brings me out of my like daze. It's weird, right? Cuz like you know when you like sit down to watch something and then you doze off and then you come back at the end and you know that you weren't paying attention cuz you were asleep. But like when you watch it back, it's like when they say things, you're like, yeah, I remember them saying that. Yeah, this is familiar. But it's only like half familiar. It's a very strange phenomenon. Pull on those bootstraps, pilot. We're not out of it yet. Pull on those bootstraps, pilot. We're not out of it yet. Pull on those bootstraps, pilot. We're not out of it yet. Pull on those bootstraps, pilot. We're not out of it yet. Pull on those bootstraps, pilot. We're not out of it yet. Pull on those bootstraps, pilot. We're not out of it yet. Did that work for you? Could you hear that? Somewhat well. I could keep my if I can keep my headphones like this, that'd be really convenient. I look ridiculous, I'm sure, but you know. Sometimes a problem requires a ridiculous solution.
Pull on those bootstraps, pilot. We're not out of it yet. Pull on those bootstraps, pilot. We're not out of it yet. Pull on those bootstraps, pilot. We're not out of it yet. Pull on those bootstraps, pilot. We're not out of it yet. Pull on those bootstraps, pilot. We're not out of it yet. Pull on those bootstraps, pilot. We're not out of it yet.
Yeah, okay. I think in this case I do agree with you on this one, Cap. I like the more even delivery in this case. It sort of gives off more of a sense of determination, I think. Nice. Okay, let's listen to all these in order now that they're all recorded. All right, pretty. I just realized you couldn't hear any of that. It's okay, but I heard. There's like a little lip smack, a little wet sound somewhere. Let me. There we go. It's like a. Perfect. Now let me allow you to hear it yourself this time.
We're more than a bit dinged up, pilot. Be careful. They've exposed our reactor. Reactor's vulnerable. Watch it, or we're through. They have a shot at the reactor. We're hanging in there, barely. Stay on your toes. Still in the fight by a shoestring. Don't press your luck. Pull on those bootstraps, pilot. We're not out of it yet.
I'd say it's a pretty solid set of lines there. And you know what? I think that's a good place to put the to leave off. Good a place as any, I think. Because I think my voice is a bit far gone at this point. And come on. What is up with this pop filter? Yeah, a little far gone, and I'm also rather tired. So I'll save this several times and close the notepad. There we go. Here I am. Good progress. Yeah, I think so. Um, we got 28 of these left. 28 sections. Um, a few of them are like pretty large, but most of them are like 2 or 1. But we're actually gonna have to pick that up November 8th because the haunted house is gonna be starting on Saturday. So, and Wednesday is canceled. I don't know if everybody knows that, but yes, the Wednesday stream is canceled because I'm going to a rehearsal for the haunted house on that day. So I will not be able to stream. So my apologies. Which means that yes, truly November 8th is where I'll be picking up this voiceover project. So, in place of that, through October, I want to write some SCP articles, or perhaps a SCP article, depends on how long it takes. I don't remember how long it took me the last time, because I've written one. I've written one SCP article before. It was a fun process. It was a while ago, so definitely not my best piece of writing, I'd say, but it got approved and it didn't get like downvoted, so it's an official SCP, I guess you could say official. If you don't know how the SCP Foundation works or what it is, then well, I guess I'll explain all that day of. But point is, I have a number of SCP article ideas that I've had like on the backlog, on the back burner. So I'll be going through those and see which one I want to write with you guys. SCP number? I don't know yet. You need to check the availability first. Like you need to claim an SCP number that hasn't been used yet, and I don't know which ones are used. Or do you mean the one that I've written already? Is that what you're asking? I don't know. I might want to save that for the stream. I think it'd be fun to read through that. Read through my old SCP on stream just to see, what we're working with, so to speak. So I'll reveal that at a later date. Yeah. That's the plan for October. I will still be doing I'll still do gaming streams on Saturdays or on Fridays. So that's not going to change. What else? I don't think there's anything else. But yeah. So if you're here primarily to see the Titanfall project, to see more of the Titanfall voiceover project, I apologize. You you happen to come at an unfortunate time. But if you're new here and you just got here, then I do have a YouTube channel in which I post every VOD of every stream that I've done. They're not in nice little playlist categories too. So if you're interested in watching those until November, then feel free, I guess. But yeah, I think that's all from me for tonight. Sorry, I sort of wound down a little bit there. I am kind of a little bit drowsy, I guess. Drowsy, is that the right word? Drowsy implies like something. It's nuanced from like just being tired, I think. I think I'm just a little tired. So, apologies for that. But I thank everybody that's here for being here. I appreciate your support because, just being here does support me. And I'm grateful for that you take your time in the day to be here than somewhere else. And I hope that you enjoyed the stream, that you found some enjoyment from my performance, I suppose. The next stream will be me continuing my Fallout New Vegas run. That's going to be on Friday from 6 to 9. And I hope to see you all there. If you don't, that's fine. I get it. It's very disparate streaming topics. I'm kind of jumping between two very different things. But if you feel like you want to see me play some Fallout and do badly, get stung by Cazadors, then yeah, I'd love to see you there. But until then, thank you all for watching. Thank you for stopping by. And I hope you all have a good one. All right. Goodbye, everybody.